Okay, what's the time? 12:01 on my timer. But I first went to make the video at 11:47. Now, you could say it's 11:11 if you want to. You can take it as whatever you like, to be fair. Really, whatever. Now, I was meant to come and tell somebody a dream that I had. I'll tell you about this dream. Now, the word Daniel was in this dream. I have a brother called Daniel. Here, look. I even have a can of cider called Brothers. Interesting. Now, 51 on my timer. We're not going to look at all the numbers, but there is a 7 on that can. 70. There is, let's have a closer look. Any of that might mean anything to you. Now, we're not even going to go into the barcode. Oh, but on this QR code, which is interesting, 113, 112, 113 on my timer, it's got a B in the middle of it. How cool is that? Now, this dream that I had, there was a word Daniel in this dream. Now, and also the name birthday, the word birthday. We were doing something for Daniel's birthday. This wasn't my brother. 140, 141 on my time as I wrote down. Let's just move that a minute. 144. No, it wasn't my brother. It was somebody that my ex partner, Christopher. He was working with a company, and this company employed somebody called Daniel. Now, whatever was going on, I walked off. I've got to stop talking about babies to 11, 2:12 on my timer. Because there was this baby in a pram. And I looked at this baby and I sort of felt its chest to check it wasn't, well, like a doll. Because it was just there in the pram. There was a blue pram. It was a navy blue sort of pram. And it had this child in it. But there was no mum or dad. And it was right outside like a park or a bush. It had no mum or dad. And I was like, where's its mum and dad? And I couldn't see them. I couldn't see anyone. 254, 255 on my timer. I couldn't see anybody. So I started to wheel this pram towards my ex's car, actually, which is odd because he has a van. I was wheeling this pram towards Christopher's car. And I was like, look. And he said, well, where'd you get that? And jokingly, I was like, oh, I swapped it for drugs and fags. And he's like, no, you didn't. Where did you get it? And I said, well, I just found it. And he said, was it a boy or a girl? I was like, I'm not sure. Because you just don't know, do you? 333 on my timer. You just don't know. Is it a boy or a girl? Sometimes you don't know. Babies are pretty, right? So anyway, he said, well, I was like, can I keep it? He's like, yeah, you can keep it. I was like, what? Now, normally I used to come back to where we are. I'd ring Chris and I'd go, I've got a parcel. Normally it'd be someone else's child would be travelling with me because they didn't want to look after it. So I'd have it for a few weeks. There's been a few over the years. Trust me, Hacker will check my photos and you'll see all my children with these other random children, usually with very different coloured skin. Actually, 410, 411 on my timer. And I just bring them home for a couple of weeks. Especially Noah. He was the best. My friend's baby, he was only 2. When my youngest son was 2, they used to play together. It was lovely. It was awful when I had to send him home. It was really, really very sad because apart from their skin colour, there was no difference in them. They used to do the same, love the same, read the same. They were very much the same. But anyway, 43944 on my timer. So as the things went on, he's going to me, and by the way, whatever you set up for this party, I am not singing. I was like, what? He's going, well, I'm not singing. You lot can do what you want. 554, 455, 456 on my time. He said, you lot can do what you want at this party or this thing, but I'm not singing. I was like, but it's his birthday. You kind of have to. No, I'm not paying. I'm not going to sing. If you guys want to sing, you sing, but I'm not going to sing. I was like, well, poor Daniel. But okay, fine. We'll do it without you. And then my conscience sort of, I said, can you just check the news and see if this kid is like been reported missing or something? And he's like, no. He's like, if they wanted you there, if they wanted their kid, they wouldn't have just left it. He said, you asked if you can keep it this time, because every time I've gone, oh, can I keep it? He's like, no, you have to give it back. And this time he went, yeah, you can keep it. I was like, well, I can't claim for it. He's like, right, fine, we'll just afford it. I'll work extra hours. You're keeping it. Fine. So now I had this baby. And I kept checking the news, and he kept hiding me from the news. And then, as I was coming out my dream, I step off the train. I'm walking down the street again, and past your door. Guess you ain't lived there anymore. It's years since you've been there. Now this is everything but the girl missing. Maybe you have everything except the girl. Maybe you are missing. Maybe you want her to be missing. Maybe you all went missing as children. Maybe she went missing as a child, because I know that apparently my father Ian, I was kidnapped at one point and then returned. If it was me that was actually returned and not some lookalike or something, I don't know. I don't want to get into it because you're absolutely destroying me, you lot. But the word Natalie, 650 my timers. The word, the lady, for God's sake, the name Natalie may mean something. 0701 on my timer may mean something to you. Now, the rest of my dream before and after I can't share with you, because I'm rather upset I've been put in this position. I'm rather upset for me, for everybody involved, and I'm rather upset that for just a couple of minutes I had a baby in my arms. It was so cute. And then I woke up. It's always the same. I see my favourites and then I wake up. It's never for long enough, you know. And even if it is, I wasn't their favourites. They're not my favourites anymore, you know. It's all gone. I was going to say Pete Tong. You might like Pete Tong. 737 on my timer. You might like Pete Tong. Pete Tong, I hope you're safe out there if you're travelling on any planes. Have another freebie on me. Hey, I'd like a freebie on someone. If it could come in the shape of one of my favourites singing my favourite songs, that would be a great freebie. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Except they don't even like me. So this Natalie. Now, I'm not saying that was what anyone was called in my dream. What I'm saying to you is the names were Daniel. My ex-partner's name is Christopher. The song Missing by Everything But the Girl, there was also a baby in a dark blue pram. And it wasn't like one of these new style prams. It was like an odd style pram. Not like a Silver Cross. It wasn't a Silver Cross pram. I'd know them because I used to apparently have one and I've seen them and all that lot. It was not a Silver Cross pram. Well, I say that. I only saw the top of it, like the cop part of it, right? So we had a Daniel, we had a Natalie. He is a Christopher. I'm also a Chris, or a Chrissy, whatever you want to say, or a Kristen, if you like. I'm a Kristen. For now, I won't be for long. I'm changing my name very soon. As soon as I can get some internet, it's not a hatch, right? Or just go there in person. I'm just going to go there in person. Oh, okay, I'm just going to go there in person. Yeah, do that. Or you did that. Or someone, yeah, okay. Anyway, I'm going to get off that. 9:20, 9:21 on my timer. Yeah. Now, I'm not allowed to tell you the rest of it. And the other parts of the dream, I just can't, because my absolute one or two of my absolute favourite people were in there. And it was really very upsetting for me, for them, for everybody. Actually, I don't really want to repeat what went on there. But torture me they will, while they're probably stood there having a fantastic time at the end of the year. Yeah. Anyway, 10:01 on my timer. I'm going to go. Hers, brothers, hers, her brother. Her brother. Maybe her brother. It means something here. 10:12, 10:13 on my timer. Her brother. Maybe you're female. Maybe you are somebody's brother, sister. Maybe they are female. Maybe you were their brother. Are their brother. Because of 10:30. I'm gonna leave it like that. I think I'm gonna go.